It is happening. A stream is occurring. We are streaming one another together in this nice time that is streamy time. Behold one another. We stream together all the time.
Streaming together.
Togetherly streaming with one another. Yeah, it's that moment. Okay. So, let's make sure everyone's cozy. Climb into your chatting shoes. Check us out now on Twitch and also on YouTube and on Radio Vegas.rocks, which has a new app coming really soon. We'll be able to totally coupon it up and be able to get like those things where you buy food and then you get more food for free because you bought it.
Get out of here.
Anyway.
You've already revealed more than I have.
I know. That's why you got to tune in to the...
Spoiler alert, now you can't listen to this episode until it's a month and it's 10.
I just didn't think anybody cared.
5
well,
years in the
turns
future.
out they do. Okay. It's that time.
Yeah.
Behold. That's right. Crazy Conversation. The talk show is occurring right now, and we've got Crazy Jay, one of our secret co-founders in a way, in that, like, we were just doing dumb show in the car, and I was doing stuff with you on the station, just hanging out, being like a fanboy, and then you let me do this, and it's been delightful. And also the first season is like you, 2 out of 3 episodes, you're the guest. Totally, if not for like comfort alone,
Right.
for like the got me being scaredy pants.
Well, I did make you eat some really hot stuff for headphones.
Yeah.
I felt I should do something.
That was
Totally
that was
made
still
me-
very tremendous.
And
And then didn't you like then you like wash down the flavor with those like gross jelly beans?
yeah,
He just kept torturing himself.
He was like, it's like sour milk, but I don't care.
this was before the Kicker headphones sponsorship, and of course those headphones are like broken now.
Of course they are. Mine are too. That's what happens when you throw them against the wall and into traffic.
Yeah.
Throw them in the fire.
The Kicker headphones have dealt with probably double that abuse and been really tough, honestly. Like, sponsorship aside, genuinely impressive headphone situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would totally eat like ghost chili peppers with these headphones.
Hella worth it. Ghost
More than
worth
once.
it.
How about some Ghost Reaper jerky?
Ah.
Yeah. All day.
Anything you jerkyify gives me, like, a better opinion on it. That's the thing.
Because we have some. We have Ghost Reaper jerky.
Oh, we
Oh, yeah.
we might have to, like, take the danger walk. But... So, if you're not already aware, Crazy Jay hosts the Rockin Comedy show.
The what?
Yes. And that was a thing before there was even this station. So it's like a cradle of Las Vegas radio lifetime.
15 years ago.
Damn.
A man with a dream.
But as is the way on our show, we're not going to interview you about it at all. No.
It's great.
No, fuck
I'm
no.
tired of talking about it.
Yeah, right?
That's why I'm here.
We're going to do something that I have to admit was something that you do and done on your show way before we did. But it's become a foundation of our format. And
Just
that's,
make it up as you go.
Well, no, that was the original. This is the second generation.
Okay.
We're in season 3 now. So, like, make it up as you go might be a layer. But we've got this foundation now. And that's reacting to news.
Well, it's also kind of like the third foundation.
Yeah, it's
After
like
the first 2 foundations totally collapsed. And then we had, you know,
Yeah.
you'll never build that castle in the swamp.
So you drain the swamp? Is that a thing?
And then fill it up with castles to build castles on, yeah.
Liquid castles.
Right. All right. So where to start? There's so many exciting news.
Is there any that stand out right away as what state did this happen in?
We're gonna actually we're gonna broaden our horizons a bit.
The Rockin' Comedy show last Thursday was so dominated by what's that state shaped like a wiener on the side of the
Florida.
Yeah, so much dang Florida. Why do I remember the way it looked and not like the words you used talking about it?
Yeah, there was a lot of news coming out of Florida.
Just so much crazy shit. It's great. There's like, yeah, just Florida man news. Yeah, we're gonna broaden our horizons a bit. This is about an insurance agent who posed as Lord Voldemort. Not Voldemort. Voldemort.
Volder.
And he sent like threatening letters to clients that had either abandoned him or didn't show up for appointments. He was just an insurance agent for, wait, I forgot. Side. Prudential. And yeah, he would just get really like weird about people not showing up or just ditching him or going with someone else. And so he would just send them weird, threatening, harassing letters signed as Lord Voldemort. And was trying to extract Bitcoin from them, of course. So it set up a Bitcoin wallet. And yeah, and linked it to the email account under the name Lord Voldemort. It's the best part of it. I don't just crazy dude. Yeah, didn't happen in the U.S. I'll give you that clue. Probably won't. Probably. I mean, that's too broad. Who the hell knows, right?
Yeah.
He's a dude. Like it's in Singapore. I'll just give you that.
We're not gonna guess.
Yeah,
Singapore
we'll
now.
be here all day. That'll be the whole episode. Like, let's just run through all the countries.
It'd be like Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, which is getting a reboot. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, on Netflix.
I'm stoked on it.
Yeah, it's a cartoon. Well, I like it because it actually kind of focuses on Carmen Sandiego and how she came to be the most notorious thief and foiling all the Gumshoe's plans.
Yeah, those gumshoes. And she's like going good or whatever. She's like a good person.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I always remember.
And then you find out her daughter's Dora the Explorer.
Oh, shit.
That'd be cool, right?
Damn.
Man,
I think you just broke this case wide open.
that'd be the best use of licensing money this year.
That'd be amazing.
Do you guys? Okay, this is fun.
This is my daughter Dora. What?
Yeah! The crowd cheers. There's like no laugh track or cheer track to this show until that moment. It was one of those. But have you ever played the game, What Would You Do If You Had Unlimited Money for Licensing? Like, what would you license?
No.
You can do any media project you
That
want.
seems like a very specific game, and I have not indulged in that yet. But
I think I would remember that game.
I have a
so-
feeling we're about to.
You guys are going to die when I tell you the one that was always my answer when I'd play this game with my homies. So I always said that what I would do is I'd make this music video because you can choose what media project you want to do with your licensing too with this game. So I wanted to make a music video, and I wanted to get Disney licensing and also Star Wars licensing. Because I was thinking, man, those are two of the most expensive ones I'll never get. And I'll totally have a, you know, like, what I was going to do with it. Yeah. I'll totally have, like, different races and genders of Star Wars movies happen. And one that's, like, goes extra into Han Solo. And just,
Oh, man.
just cover it. I want a
Damn.
round robot. I'm going to bring back a round robot.
Are you
Then
like-
I'm going to get real crazy and I'm going to add Marvel characters.
Yeah. Meanwhile, someone else had the same fantasy, it turns out, I
Yeah.
guess.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would license the Predator movies, but not for the reason anyone think. I've just always envisioned the scene in a movie where Richard Nixon has to jump out of an airplane and fight a predator free fall style with a samurai sword. That's the only scene I care about in the movie. That's the only thing. Richard Nixon fighting a predator.
I'll give it to you as long as there's a moment where he drops his sword and he has to go full Nixon fisticuffs. In midair, too, mind you.
Oh yeah. And then he catches the sword. Yeah, he has to like dive for it and catches it. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Well, you got to have Gerald Ford in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gerald Ford, played by Harrison Ford.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
So, if you guys got your own, you know, chatter in,
Throw him out there.
throw them out there on YouTube chat or Twitch chat, and I might even put your chatty time on the screen if you're good. But
If.
yeah, if.
No one's good.
I didn't see where you found that news article in the news things.
Which one?
That one. Anyway.
Oh, Voldemort?
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain Voldemort. Yeah, anyway.
Was that just like in your mind? You were just thinking about.
Yeah. I just remember all the news.
Toss me another one. I'm going to put it on the screen inaugurally because I can do that now. I'm going to embrace that.
So this one is regarding apparently more and more people are getting pet hedgehogs.
Oh.
And kissing them can give you salmonella. All right. So the CDC has warned people, stop kissing your hedgehogs. Stop rubbing your hedgehogs all over your face. Stop rubbing them all over your body. Stop sleeping with your hedgehogs. Don't touch your fucking hedgehogs because they have salmonella and they'll make you really fucking sick, all right?
Well, you don't want to touch your hedgehog and then touch one of your mucous membranes.
Yeah. You're in for shit town then.
Yeah, it's the same thing that happens if you
Hand
put...
sanitizer.
Yeah, it's that simple.
Yeah.
Like, these are people that never owned reptiles, apparently.
Yeah.
Because you can hella get salmonella from them, too.
Right.
Yeah.
So you really shouldn't put them in your mouth unless you're ready to build up immunities.
Or in your butt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, mucous membranes.
Especially. But I mean, I wonder, like,
forget how much can absorb there.
are people like just putting like treats in their mouth and like letting the hedgehog pick it out? You know, like someone's doing that somewhere.
I'm sure it's on Facebook somewhere. I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah. They're like tricks my hedgehog can do with my mouth. I'm like, oh man.
That sounds adorable.
Look, the hedgehog sleeps in my mouth at night.
We should put big numbers next to these because, of course, I found the Voldemort one now.
Yeah. I know that could be some like weird. I don't know if you ever seen like the weird autistic Sonic the Hedgehog memes.
Yes.
Dude, gotta go fast.
So what was his? It was a mispronunciation of Sonic. That oh man, never mind.
Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? Sunic. It doesn't matter. All right. So our good friends at Fyre Fest, they're coming back for 2019. Everyone knows it's going to be great.
Yeah, just as good as the first one.
Yeah, it's going to be even better.
Because it's going to be real.
Yeah,
It'll be
exactly.
an actual thing.
But no, this artist who is known as the most famous artist created this experience, this installation experience of the Fyre Festival where you can go there and experience the Fyre Fest as it actually happened. So he's got like...
There's like a reenactment like experience.
Yeah.
Like you live the...
Yeah. So there's like a Ja Rule impersonator. There's like just cardboard cutouts of the models. There's fake pigs. Because there was the whole thing you could like swim with the pigs and shit. And he's got like the interior of a private jet. So you can go on there and pretend you're flying on a private jet and take your Instagram pictures and shit. And which is probably like, it probably costs, I mean, it's
It could be nowhere near the price of the original.
yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, oh, I mean, it's more value for the money. I'll say that. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, because the original, and this is just anytime I could talk about Fyre Festival, I'm down.
Yeah.
Shit was just a train wreck.
That documentary's amazing.
Oh man, like you don't realize the depth of it until you watch that. You know, because you just hear about it, and then you watch that and just realize how the constant denial of reality from these people.
Even the guy that put it on, they're interviewing him, and he's still an asshole about it. Like, you cost these people hundreds and thousands of dollars, and you just don't care.
Yeah,
It's so bad.
and like he just kept. I wonder if he just got to a point where he was like in too deep and like felt he just had to keep going and couldn't like bail on it.
I think, honestly, I think he really thinks he can pull it off.
Yeah, he really convinced himself.
Yeah, like, we can do it.
Yeah. No, I know we promised villas, but there's tents. You know.
Just give me a couple buckets of sand. We'll lay it out here on this concrete. It'll look nice.
Oh my gosh. So what do you think about the licensing on this fake Fyre Festival thing?
Oh,
Do you
Fyre
think dude's
Fest.
sitting in jail getting any licensing money?
Oh man, that dude is fucked though. Like yeah, that's the thing too. He got out on bail and then he went and ripped more people off. He started another scam, and was just like right away scamming people for the short amount of time he was out of jail.
Imagine what he'll pull like in jail, scammy wise.
Right? Yo, man, he's about to be king of the yard. I'm sure. I'm sure the Aryan Brotherhood isn't gonna like destroy him, but you know.
Oh man.
Yeah.
This pool of beers though, I'd go for that. It's like a kid's waiting pool of beers. Or no, is that just waters? Oh, it's just waters.
Yeah,
Shiny
yeah.
ass waters.
Like Evians or something. Well, and they have the now trademarked Fyre Fest meal. Which is just like the cheap, shitty like styrofoam container with like 2 slices of bread with a piece of lettuce, a tomato, and cheese on it, and that was like the food for these people, man. Oh man, so
right now,
terrible.
I totally have it on screen for the viewers.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. So tell your friends, everybody. Tell your friends. RadioVegas.rocks is like on a tirade right now. We've got killer new sponsors.
We're on fire.
Yeah. There's a brand new pizza sponsor that's super delicious.
Brothers Pizza.
Brothers Pizza. So hey, welcome Brothers Pizza to the club. Give them some love. If you mention RadioVegas.rocks, it'll help success. It'll totally help success, you guys. You want to help success. You don't
50
want
cent wings on Tuesday.
50-cent wing
my
Tuesday.
In-house only.
In-house
Damn,
only.
that's a good.
Yeah,
wing deal,
man. Chomp those fellas down.
Yo,
We'll eat so many wings, I'll learn to fly.
I'd like 5,000 wings, please.
Dude, that would be only $2,500. That's a steal for 5,000 wings.
Well, with all that money you're making from the Fyre Festival.
Yeah, minus the licensing, of course, that we got to pay.
Yeah, that's what really breaks the wallet right there.
Yeah, because they can really go after us on that.
Oh yeah. I think the like most fucked up part of the story that didn't sink in is that until after it all kind of settled is that he had a whole other side of the company that was running and working on this app that was like supposed to be what started the whole thing, and they had no idea what was going on with the festival side, you know. And then eventually he just comes back and is like, oh, well, you know, we kind of don't have any more money, so I can't pay you guys. And like wouldn't even fire them or let them go or lay them off so they could get unemployment. He's just like, we can no longer make payroll. And they're like, oh, so basically you're telling us that we're not going to get paid and we have to quit so we can't get unemployment. And he's like, well, I don't exactly know what that means for unemployment benefits, but what I do know is that we can no longer pay you. And I'm like, oh, this fucking dude, man. This fucking weasel.
Yeah, that's so illegal to just hold someone like not fired but not pay them.
I had one friend that watched the documentary. He goes, don't you feel bad for the people that went? I go, you mean the rich millennials that fucking live at home with their parents and spend all that money on a fake concert? No, I feel bad for the people that put in the work.
That's who I feel bad for, exactly.
And they, all the investors, that's who I feel bad about.
Yeah,
I don't care about the people that spent stupid amount of money to fly there and hang out with the Kardashians.
Yeah, we're all laughing at those people.
Yeah.
But real hard-working folk got ripped off.
That's totally messed up.
Yeah.
And the lawsuits are still coming.
Oh yeah, that dude is.
It's up to like 500 million or something. Like it's a lot of stuff. He's in a lot of trouble.
He's fucked, man.
That's so great.
Dude, I can't wait till the next one. When whatever the next festival is he puts on.
I don't know.
You think that's gonna happen? Jail Fest.
Jail Fest.
Dude.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that Fyre Festival documentary, you gotta see it. It's pretty awesome.
Real
it's really great.
I want to see the competing Hulu one because, of course, I've only seen the Netflix one. There's a Hulu one. I hate when I'm paying for a service and I still have commercials.
Yeah, that's
where I'm all snotty with them because YouTube I don't even get.
But not everything on Hulu has commercials though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I think they like really dropped the price recently.
And it's very limited commercial. It might only be like one that's only like 15 seconds.
All right, I'm back. I'm coming back, Hulu.
Yeah.
See you again.
It was decent.
Yeah. I figure you got to have a couple cards in your shirt pocket when it comes to new TV.
Yeah.
New TV.
It's different than the old TV. It's HBO.
Right. Did you see I put numbers on the news now? Folks at home, you can see a news thing and holler a number if you want. Wow, did I zoom a lot?
We don't go in order.
No. Don't forget about order. Don't concern yourself with order, mind you. They're just numbered for identification.
Oh.
So you can be like, hey, it's number 16.
Only disorder. Disorder. All right, so we all love some space news around these parts, right? We all love space news.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
Space
our
is
show
great.
without some space news.
That's right. So another Guess what? A big ass asteroid could hit Earth, maybe tomorrow, but it's not going to.
So like maybe, but no.
Yeah, they're like,
Don't be getting my hopes up and then slap it out of my face.
I know,
I know,
right?
right?
Well, they're like, asteroid discovered last week could hit Earth tomorrow, but it's gonna miss us by 3 million miles. And like, man, whoever names these asteroids fucking sucks.
Oh no! Does it sound like a model of a Lexus or something? So like a Mercedes Benz.
Asteroid BWI.
God, it's like S-class dual fuel injection asteroid.
Why not like ass kisser?
Right? Something like it's ass kisser sounds badass. It's like really subservient.
In 2 days, ass kisser's gonna blow this planet apart.
What's with that name though? And then it's like you think about it a second thought, and you're like, oh, it's really like subservient, like.
Yeah.
But it starts like badass.
Yeah.
He comes in, he kisses ass. He's the ass kisser.
I meant as in like you're gonna kiss somebody's ass because the meteor's coming to destroy the shit apart.
Kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah. Not that the asteroid's a brown noser
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The asteroid
by
is
any
really
means
like,
at all.
What a pussy asteroid.
Yeah.
You're good. Oh man, your planet is great. Your planet is great. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry to run into you and everything. I'll clean it up. I'm really sorry. I just can't help it. All right.
Such a fashion show. Everyone's dressed so slimming on this planet.
You know, name it like Space Nugget.
Yeah, there you go. Man, they need to get some like.
Space Nuggets.
They need to get
sweet.
some. They need to
That
get
makes
some
me hungry.
stoners up in NASA naming asteroids, man.
Asteroid Mick Asteroidy face.
Yeah, better than BWI.
Oh man.
But I love like
Buffalo
the.
Wild International.
Yeah. I like the different references for size they give this asteroid. It's like an asteroid this big is 8 times longer than a London double-decker bus, and is 30 times the length of a queen-size bed.
That helps.
At the same time, 16 and a half Volkswagen Beetle cars could fit inside the asteroid, one after the other. Like, why do you need 3 different size references? Like,
Not everyone has seen. So like these size references, there's something that each person hasn't seen. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Who has
I
not
guess
seen a queen size bed?
Yeah.
So, someone that has seen that many. What was the other thing? Bread.
Volkswagen Beetles, yeah.
I think of
They
bread
should
was
just go
funny.
through
You
like
mean the London bus, double decker
Yeah.
bus?
Looks like a bread box to me. That's why I was attaching that.
yeah, the bread box
concept
on
together.
wheels. They should just go through and like for every asteroid give like every comparative size reference like on planet Earth. Like, oh, this is also equal to 305,000 loaves of bread.
There's always a loaf of bread reference. That's like a new measurement. That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd totally unite humanity.
You come up with all kinds of names for them. Like, we have no problems naming hurricanes.
I know.
You know?
It's just like people, kind of.
Planet Puncher.
Planet Puncher! Just-
You know, something stupid.
Oh
Or
my
you just
gosh.
have like a newscaster,
Planet Puncher.
right? Just like, yeah, it looks like the asteroid my bitch-ass ex-girlfriend Janine is hurtling straight towards Earth.
Janine 5000.
It's part of the Janine constellation.
Right?
Yeah.
Janine, you're still a bitch and I hate you. I want the dog back, Janine. Oh, man.
They just call it dog back for short. Yo, you see how that dog back?
Asteroid
It's got
dog back.
The dogback asteroid.
Oh, man.
I don't know. It sounds hip. I don't know.
I love it, yeah.
They call me dog back.
A pimp named dog back.
Is that your
Yeah.
rapper name, Dogback?
Yeah, a pimp named dog back.
Oh, shit.
Oh man. Hey, I wanna grab the wheels for a couple that were Ange picks that I forgot to move into the main news.
Oh, yeah, I got those queued up, but...
No,
Go for it.
there's bonus ones
Oh,
that I
is there
didn't
more you didn't put on there?
that I failed to paste.
Yeah,
But
do
check
it.
this. So, this man heard a loud crack while he was doing the nasty with his lady. It turns out, you don't feel pain right away
Yeah.
when something traumatic
He
happens.
snapped his
God.
penis.
He did.
Oh, God.
It's funny that this is news like this never happens though. It's just like decided to, there's a freshie.
Yeah, it's rare, but like whenever it happens, it's so traumatic to everyone, not just everyone involved, everyone around the earth.
I had a roommate that we discovered this had happened to, and he said that it just had a new pivot point. The whole thing would harden ordinarily, but it could hinge about halfway through upwards only. So force applied downwards and it would like stay straight, but it could just swing up. So we called him Switchblade.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that was the origin story of our roommate Switchblade.
The lead singer of Three Dog Night, Chuck Negron, he broke his penis during sex.
Oh man.
He talked about it on our show. It was really funny.
Was this before or after like rock stardom? Like did that get him to that? Did he get so when you get like insatiable, like nothing gets you off anymore, and you're like this crazy grizzled rock star? And then
Oh no, it was during the height of his career.
what height? That sounds like rock bottom for sure. There's an injury, any injury, that's when you consider your career.
Well, it's one of those injuries, like, usually when you see, like, an injury, you kind of wince, but you have to see it. Someone tells you, they're like, dude playing football got trampled and broke all his bones, and you're like, yeah, who cares?
No, I don't think that's true. I didn't wince when I winced when I heard about John Wayne Bobbitt getting his dick cut off. I didn't have to see it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like this,
Yeah,
like you just
that
hear
gets
about
it
it.
done anyway.
You just hear about it. You're like, yo, someone snapped their dick, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Ah. That hurts. I can almost imagine.
Yeah.
So have you guys heard about? Wait, hold on. So wait, have you guys heard about that hip thing to do where you like sleep in 2 different sessions?
Yes.
Supposedly there's new research.
Because that's what I do.
Yeah, just do that anyway.
I do it in 2 sessions.
You just have to, right?
Yeah.
Because of the way the shows get spread out and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, like apparently that's a thing that we might want to do again. Does it work for you? Do you like the
It
2
works
sessions
great.
thing?
I sleep like 4 or 5 hours. I get up. I do some stuff for like maybe 3-4 hours, and I hit it again.
I want the opposite, and just to get a good nap in the middle of the day.
That works too.
Yeah, because like the siesta time, getting an hour or 2 in the middle of the day.
Just solid, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
It feels like I'm built for it.
Yeah, because they're like finding out that people are just different, obviously. That's why we have terms like night owl or early bird. Some people are just wired to get up really early in the morning, you fucking masochists who do it for fun just because. Dying of fire. But yeah, like you should be able to choose whatever kind of shift you want for work, man. Just be like, nah, I'm one of those late people. I ain't fucking sleeping anyway. Rather let me work at night instead of being on YouTube after I already worked all day. Fuck you guys.
For reals though. Okay, another fast blast from the Ange Kerfoot corner. She's tossed me a lot of fun news. This guy accidentally fell asleep on Twitch and woke up to hundreds of people watching.
I would love that. That sounds so great. Just doing something stupid, just falling out, and then there's hundreds of people just like shit talking in your chat.
Yeah. Shout out to Patrick. Oh man, this picture is the funniest of him just like
Just zonked out.
yeah, it looks peaceful.
Oh man.
Patrick from We Are Pancakes. He's been on the show before.
Yeah.
When Facebook Live was a brand new thing, I first heard about it from a bunch of mutual friends saying that he just live streamed himself sleeping. Like a couple times, like he was regularly doing that.
Yeah. I don't know how I have this on my Facebook feed, but I see like tons of Facebook Live broadcasts from all these like astrology people and shit. There's like 6 or 7. I have no idea. Like, I don't follow any of that shit. Of course, maybe I like did something or like followed some satire page or something. But
you did something wrong.
Yeah.
It's a punishment somehow.
Yeah, like that's my hell. Like my Facebook is like, oh yeah, we're gonna talk about the moon in Aquarius and your horoscope. Also, you're gonna die. That's your specific horoscope, Greg. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I don't get it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so do you have? Wait. I was. Move away from this guy. There's one new thing. Wow. Take a moment to like MSN. Okay. Did you know there's a geoengineering experiment to dim the sun, and it's on track for 2019?
How exactly are they going to do this?
Harvard scientists will attempt to replicate the climate cooling effect of volcanic eruptions with a world-first solar geoengineering experiment, the Stratospheric Controlled Perturbation Experiment. It perturbs. It's that spelling. Perturbation will inject calcium carbonate particles high above the Earth in an attempt to reflect some of the sun's rays back into space. Calcium carbonate, I guess. It's going to be thrown up there.
All right. This just doesn't sound like it's going to end well.
I just worry about overcompensating, you know?
Yeah. I mean, didn't they see The Matrix? Like, that's what got us into The Matrix in the first place. Because I'll always reference that movie no matter how old it is. Like it's brand fucking new.
Like overdoing it on the...
Yeah.
Oh.
You're going to just blanket out the sun. Didn't they ever see that episode of The Simpsons with the giant sun dish that blocked out the sun? Don't these guys watch TV? Like, that's where they need to do their research. Like, we already been thinking about this shit for a long time and how it can go fucking wrong.
Maybe we're not giving them enough credit. Maybe they've studied all these things. They're like, no, we're done all effective measures to eliminate the Burns effect.
And the Matrix
Montgomery
effect.
Burns effect, and also the humans used as batteries and how that's stupid effect. We've done everything we can to avoid these effects.
I think that's giving them too much credit. Slightly.
Yeah. You might be right. We might all be doomed. But hey, maybe we'll just like all have a little better weather, man. Could be all right.
But here's it, like, it would just make like some places great, and then the rest of all the places that are like borderline shitty, just really shitty. All the places where like people still, you're like, oh yeah, I'll visit that I'll go there in the summer. Not anymore, you won't.
Denver, it's ruined.
Yeah.
Bye, Denver.
You fucking Harvard scientists fucked up Denver. You guys are gonna burn. Witches.
Not Denver. Oh man, no one can afford to live there anyway. Finally, like we'll have like affordable desert living in Denver again. Like this is bothering me. Like you guys daily, I'm so worried about the real estate prices in Denver. It's driving me nuts.
I check them every day, man. I'm just waiting until that one day where there's just a freak drop and I can swoop in and buy. Yep.
That sweet Denver real estate.
Yeah.
It's free real estate.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving to Denver and opening up a shop.
Yeah.
Getting in the industry.
Totally. It's the perfect time. You'd be like an early mover, right?
Oh, man.
Oh, man. So now we're at the first corner of the square that is the box that the show is in.
That's an interesting way to envision the show.
Right? Very squarely. As it rotates, we come once again to our favorite time. And not only that, with some well, it's free to you. It costs you nothing to listen to this commercial. It's going to cost you nothing.
Do you ever think about that?
Yeah. We're not even charging for these amazing commercials. Get ready. This is a fresh one. I haven't even heard this one yet. Actually, no. I heard this one on your show. It's good. Let's enjoy it together. Behold.
Hey realtors, are you looking for a new or unique way to sell a house or property? Bouncing Tiger Studios comes from creator Blaine Childer. How about an idea that you have for a new car or travel commercial? Maybe you're working on a movie that just needs some amazing aerial shots. With Bouncing Tiger Studios, you can get those breathtaking aerials along with some elegant edits with superb direction for that movie, commercial, or real estate property that you're trying to sell. If you can imagine it, they can elevate your production. Shot in 4K. Bouncing Tiger Studios lets you create with limitless possibilities. Bouncing Tiger Studios, they're just getting started. For more information, visit them online at bouncingtigerstudios.co or visit them on Facebook.
All right, put that lion away. Be careful. Actually, no, that was clearly a tiger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bouncing Tiger Studios.
Yeah, I was like, why is that? Put that lion away. We want tiger sounds here. No, that was a tiger sound. You can hear the difference. But yeah, it's awesome. Video production, you guys. Get her done. We always need more of that. And check this one out.
Who is it? Brandon Michael Jones, that's who. Michael Jackson Tribute Extraordinaire is starting something and is ready to entertain your wedding, party, and event. As seen on Moonwalker and Legends in Concert, he is bound to thrill your audiences. Contact Diana, 708-539-0161 for booking info. 708-539-0161. Brandon Michael Jones, Michael Jackson Tribute Extraordinaire. Contact Diana, 708-539-0161 for booking info.
Oh, that's right. The slidey thing. You know, that crap is really hard where you do and you bend forward and then you don't fall down. It's easy to like lean forward like old MJ, but like fall down. Anyone can do that.
I just think it's funny that the lady you have to contact is Diana.
Right? I love that.
Dirty Diana.
That's brilliant. It's a little like inside thing.
Yeah.
So hit up Diana and mention RadioVegas.rocks. Book it, but not before you put some of this in your mouth that we told you about earlier.
All right, listen up, RadioVegas.rocks listeners. I want to tell you about Brothers Pizza. Brothers Pizza is located at 7575 South Rainbow. They are awesome. They're the home of the 30-inch pizza. That's right, 30 inches. You've got to see this thing. It's enormous. Every Tuesday is wing night. You get 50-cent wings every Tuesday at Brothers Pizza. 7575 South Rainbow. They've got all kinds of great deals like the 16-inch one-topping pickup special for $7.99. What I like about them is they're open late. Sunday through Thursday, they're open till 1 a.m. Friday and Saturday, open till 3 a.m. You gotta love that about a pizza place here in Las Vegas. And they do deliveries as well. They are in a fantastic place. You gotta go visit them. 7575 South Rainbow. Let them know you heard about it on RadioVegas.rocks. They are fantastic. Go there, check them out now. Maybe I'll meet you there.
Yum. Do it. Enjoy yourself. Oh, man. Here's one after my own heart. This commercial, I'm pretty sure I haven't actually heard, instead of just saying that, but actually having lied to you. This one, I mean, just by the name alone, it sounds like something I'd be really interested in.
I just made it yesterday, so I don't think you have.
Okay. You know which it is. Here we go. Join us together.
Hey, have you guys ever heard about HempWorks? I have. It's the highest quality hemp-derived CBD oil you can get.
Definitely
they have
something
11
I like.
incredible hemp-derived CBD products in the HempWorks brand. The products consist of 6 tinctures, 3 topicals, and 2 pet products, which all utilize CO2 extracted hemp oil grown in Kentucky. That's the good stuff. There's a 60-day money-back guarantee, so it's totally risk-free. If you don't like it, money-back guaranteed. Contact Heather B. Centers on Facebook or Happy Healthy Family 5 at gmail.com and get your HempWorks CBD oil today.
You guys! Now is the time.
Yep.
This is the summary of justice. You're listening to
Your mic's off.
conversation.
Your mic's off.
You guys' mics were on and mine. I just didn't push the button again. So you guys just heard very quiet. Okay, what I was trying to tell you during the submarine of justice sound is that while that you're now on the submarine of justice, you're technically listening to Greasy Conversation on RadioVegas.rocks, and you're probably pretty glad about it. I'm just assuming. But whether or not you are, let us know.
It just sounds like you're really overdoing it because I'm sitting here. It's like,
Totally.
like I'm not going to catch on to it. like I don't listen to the show any other time.
He'll
Busted.
notice this time that I'm actually doing the thing where I say what we are when we come back from the ad. This time will prove it.
Hey, we did it once.
Yeah. Look, we do that ever. You guys, we're growing in professionalism and submarine justice every day. Tell your friends. Nothing will grow our little plant that we've got reaching for the sunshine beams together like just telling your friends. I feel like you can tell your relatives now. Maybe you couldn't before, but we've put a lot of effort into being compatible with telling your relatives. You can come out about being Greasy Conversation alumni to your peers. Now, It's that hour. What are you smelling over there?
This is a good one. This is also an Ange pick.
Ooh.
And this has got like so much to unpack. All right, so this can also fit into guess where it's from. Listeners at home, if you want to play along, you can mentally guess, or you can throw something in the chat and guess too. 58-year-old man is accused of throwing a meth-fueled death party for his sick wife, who authorities found dead last week.
Which sounds way cooler than just those collection of words when you put them together in this order.
Yeah.
I see a lot of words here that I'm not super into, but the combination of, as a whole, in context, this is actually like a beautiful, loving thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go out anyway, if you're like knocking on Kevorkian's door, you might as well have a party with your significant other on the wind out if you're on like your last couple weeks anyway.
Yeah,
especially if it's this guy.
I feel like the intent was there, but you know,
not necessarily the execution.
Yeah. So, you know, the officers responded to a 911 call made to the house and found the body of the wife and all that. The phrase "death party god hell."
Wait. Hold on. Death party god hell?
Yeah. But the best part is that party was spelled P-A-R-D-E. Death party god hell.
God hell.
Had been spray painted in red on the front door of the home.
This shouldn't be like inviting the neighbors to your wife's death party.
And authorities said Johnson ran out of the house naked to yell that his wife was dead before running back inside.
He just really should have clued in the neighborhood on how this party works a little better.
Yeah, what this party was really about.
Gotta give some people some heads up.
Right, and the deputy later found him in a bathtub trying to scrub white and black things, quote unquote, off of his body.
Things like what?
Yeah,
Legos or
things.
what? What was on him?
No,
just things.
You know,
things.
Just those meth things.
Just things.
Just, little buggy bugs.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man.
Johnson allegedly removed his wife from the medical center and brought her home, where they took methamphetamine and spent her last days rocking out to their favorite song, Metal Health by Quiet Riot. He told investigators she had begged him not to let her die in a nursing home.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, right? Deborah Johnson, who reportedly suffered from mental illness, diabetes, and high blood pressure, had stopped taking her antipsychotic medication. She had also suffered 2 heart attacks in the past. The court documents allege Johnson had sex with his wife roughly 2 hours before her death, then washed her body and wrapped it in linen, like the Bible told him to do.
Because all of this has got that
very biblical,
clear biblical outline of how to go about this.
I mean, y'all remember that verse in Methuselah 7:19, where Jesus spaketh unto them, "Before ye die, party the fuck out."
I'm still on Methuselah.
Yeah, I just
Oh man,
pulled that out of my ass.
You get definite points for that, even though we don't award points on this show.
Yeah,
we're against that.
But, and for anyone
that's good,
unfamiliar,
because I would call you a thief.
Yeah.
Methuselah was that dude in the Bible who lived like 900 years old because he did so much meth.
He was naturally preserved.
Yeah.
He lived a normal amount of years. It just went like it was that many 900 years went by for him.
Yeah. That's what most people don't get, and when they read you have to look at it through the meth lens.
Yeah.
Before you can understand
meth
the Bible.
lens.
Yeah.
He really lived to like 45, which was like ancient there.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, he was like 900 yeers old.
I think I had roommates that had meth lenses. Everything was perfect in their world.
Yeah, meanwhile, it's
they never took them off.
That's
I
sudden
needed those glasses to see what they were seeing.
you pick up the phone and like the whole phone comes into like 3 or 4 pieces. Buttons fly everywhere.
Right.
Everything's missing the screws. The whole
And then
thing
like the
together.
microwave starts.
Yeah.
Somehow you just pick up the phone and the microwave starts. You're like, what the fuck?
Oh man.
I had one roommate that was high on meth, and he couldn't find a pan to fry the pancakes that he was making. So we had an electric stove, so he poured the batter on the electric ring part.
God.
And I go, what are you doing? He goes, making pancakes, bro. Want some? I go, I want to see how successfully they turn out. I don't think I want meth cakes at all. Like, not at all.
It would come out like burnt crumbles in the bottom. It couldn't even be like a flat thing.
It was like little strips of pancake. So stupid.
Oh man.
Because I'd totally be like, yeah, I'd love to see how that what I
Yeah.
get handed to me.
Oh, yeah, it was an adventure every day.
Oh my god.
Man.
He'd
times.
He'd like scratch and picking his face. I don't do drugs, bro. Like,
They're just itchy.
Yeah.
It's really, really itchy.
yeah, you're picking at your skin.
Oh man, this skin just sucks. I just want to
Yeah.
get rid of some of it.
We don't need this, right? Do we
It's
need skin? Do we need
useless.
skin?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Does anyone really need skin?
That was the roommate where I had only like a little tiny refrigerator, like a little cooler refrigerator, and then like a big like coffin freezer. Just that. Like, so nothing that like vegetables would like, or like could fit like a couple cartons of a beverage or frozen foods.
Or a
only.
dead roommate high on meth. You
Yeah.
can throw him in there.
He was prepared. He's like, no, this is where you can keep me when things go south. You've got this. You buys you a few days, bro.
Yeah.
That's why that was in the garage. Anyway, whoa.
Yeah.
I used to tell my roommate, I'm like, bro, your life is so shitty. Why are you trying to stay up?
Yeah.
You should sleep as much as possible.
I know you're like Adderalling it. Why you want extra focus for
Yeah.
this shit?
It's like, no, man, I can't go to sleep. The FBI's after me.
We lived in these apartments that is now where the Wynn staff park. There used to be apartments over there, and he would go and visit the strip at night after I would go to bed. Like I was his parent, I guess, and he wanted to sneak out, but he would sneak them in through his bedroom window. Like he wouldn't even come through the front door.
Even though you could just use the front door.
Right, but he was afraid that the dog would bark, which I had a greyhound and they don't bark at the door. Like it's just not what they do. But they would hop through his window, and then in the morning they would come out and be like 4 or 5. I'm like, what the hell is going on in there? Like it's so, yeah, it was such a bad. Yeah,
Oh man.
drugs are bad. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, try them out on your roommates first.
Yeah.
Before you
Yeah.
pick up any new habits.
See what the side effects are
Yeah.
on the roommate.
Here, buddy. You call your roommate like that too. Here, boy.
Want a treat? Sit. Good boy.
Oh man.
Here's some meth.
Now clean the house.
In under 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a time trial. That's
And
how we
fix
make it
the
a
TV.
game.
Yeah. If you do it under 5 minutes, I'll give you another piece.
Oh man.
Oh, jeez.
We're great examples.
All right. The whole time, this picture that's been on the screen is too
Yo, but that dude,
freaking funny.
That dude,
He's
though.
like, he looks like he ate something really sour.
and he's really
He
happy
did.
about
It's
it.
called
he's
meth.
No, just eat it. Oh, God.
You ever smelled the breath of somebody that's been on meth? It's so gross.
Oh, gee, I just,
So gross. You vomit in your mouth a little bit?
Yeah. Oh my
when your
god.
mouth
That's
gets
what it
that
smells like.
saliva coating to prepare for the vomit
Oh,
to
it's
slide out
awful.
easy.
It's awful.
Oh, I hate when your mouth waters to prepare for barfing.
Yeah. It's terrible.
It's even worse when it prepares to barf and then you don't barf. You're like, oh, what was that all about?
Yeah, I'm just sitting there, teased.
You just got the lingering feeling for like 30 minutes. Yeah. Good
Like, I'm
times.
not going to move because it might happen.
All right.
Oh, man. It's just like, it reminds me of the flavor of like a Capri Sun packet, but like the packet, not the juice inside.
Just like, I want some more of that.
Yeah.
Just like, no more juice. I'll leave the packet.
It's like knife and forking it. Oh, that one's wet at the end.
Yeah.
Just forget about that.
Juicy.
Yeah, that's our juicy news submarine. Submarine of justice.
I got this. I don't know if this is necessarily news, but it's news for me, and for fans of the Child's Play series.
Nice. Does it have a number? Did I put a number by it? I don't know if you can see. You might have to refresh.
I don't know. I don't look at that piece. I don't look at that thing after you do that shit.
We're making live notes to each other on Google Docs right now, like it's some kind of Google, commercial.
You're making live notes. I've completely
you're
abandoned
seeing
the
none
Google
of them.
Doc.
Yeah.
No, so any Child's Play fans out there, Sci-Fi has picked it up for an original series.
That's that Chucky show, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Chucky. You know, that little fucking doll, and everyone's always like, "Oh, it's just a doll. Why don't you just fucking kick him across the room?"
Doesn't work.
Because you do that, and then he's gone, and then next thing you know, he's under your bed, and he's like slit your ankles, and he's on top of you, trying to fucking take over your body and transfer his soul into your body. All right,
And
get bent, Chucky haters.
You can't kick what's like in your mind, right? Isn't like
Oh no, he's
kinda-
very real, and he
Oh,
will
he's
kill
real.
you.
oh
Yeah, he was like a serial killer, and he transferred his soul into a Chucky doll.
oh I forgot about that.
Yeah, in the
That's
original.
what you do. That's my plan.
Yeah,
That's what I want to.
that's how you you escape the cops. Right. Well, I think they're doing a reboot of they're like rebooting the series.
They're
the
doing
movies.
a new movie too. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like doing a remake of the original. But Sci-Fi Channel is also picking up a show that's being written by the dude who wrote the original, and I didn't know this, but he's written all of the Chucky movies since.
Awesome.
Yeah. There's some good ones, man.
Well, he got lazy near the end.
I know. I mean, come on. Seed of Chucky, yeah, I know.
The Bride
but-
of Chucky.
Yo, but it's got Jennifer Tilly. Come on.
Chucky.
Cult of Chucky. I actually saw that. Yo, Cult of Chucky was actually a little crazy.
Yeah,
right?
that one was pretty good.
But yeah, Seed of Chucky and Bride of Chucky were kind of like, eh. But they got Jennifer Tilly to like save him. You know, Jennifer Tilly's cleavage. Sorry.
She didn't have to do much except aim that,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
position it.
Yeah, pretty much. So any, you know.
She's like a tripod
of-
of cleavage
Yeah.
holding.
She needs a tripod to hold her cleavage up.
Yeah, she's like a C stand. That's
Yeah.
too insider. You guys, you
Hashtag,
know C stands.
hashtag Jennifer Tilly.
We're clearly big fans.
Yeah.
So wait, Submarine of Justice time? No, that's not it. Here's that. Yeah. Ooh, double submarine. There we go. Close the hatch, and then.
Maybe.
Okay.
But I'm actually going to just totally disregard that Submarine of Justice and go back to the topic of killer doll
Yeah.
movies.
Hang out there a minute. I
Yeah.
didn't mean to rush away from it.
Yeah, I know. Because, like,
Yeah.
is anything more terrifying as a kid?
No, totally. I
mean,
would,
not much.
Man, I had this Transformer that a grandfather I really liked, of my many grandfathers, gave to me. And I didn't like the toy. It was like kind of janky and broke easy.
Yeah.
But I felt so bad about how offended it was that I didn't play with it more. So, like, if I had that doll that was evil but also had guilt issues with it, like, I felt like it was my own abandonment. I'd be like, oh, no, you should kill me. I'm a horrible doll parent. So it'd be like a whole other layer to it. It'd be like a spiritual death.
Yeah, I kind of feel that, like, Chucky ruined toys for me. Because I never
Just all toys.
Just like before, and like my parents would let me watch scary movies because I'd be an idiot kid and I'd be like, no, I won't have nightmares. Let me watch it. You know, and then of course it just fucks me up for life. And not really. But no, I had, like, as a kid, you don't consider that, like, I didn't consider that, like, oh, a doll could be evil and try to kill you. Wait, could that happen to any of my toys? Oh, fuck, no.
I love the idea of you just abandoning toys. Like, toys are just over. You're like, no, I just want an adding machine and some golf clubs.
Yeah, right. I'm an accountant now. Baby
And some
accountant.
rolls of paper.
Right. Baby accountant.
Toys are over.
Right. Toys are terrible.
And who sees their parents, like, with the adding machine? Especially with the rolls of paper, sweating, looking
No one.
stressed, to be like, wow, they're really into that. I want to do that when I grow up. That's some fun adult time with the adding
Right.
machine.
And then plus there was what was the other one? It was Puppet Master.
That was a good one.
Oh man, those movies fucked me up as a kid too. It's little puppets coming around to crush your head.
Meanwhile, I was like, just didn't want to see him.
Really?
It's like, oh, I heard that that's a traumatic. I'll just avoid that.
Man, I had such a weird, like,
I didn't feel like pushing it.
I don't know why I loved, like, the idea of watching horror movies so much as a little kid, but then I'd actually watch them and they would scare the shit out of me. like Night of the Living Dead 2, and just as like I'm like 8 years old, I'm like, can I stay up late to watch it, Mom? It's Friday.
You know, it's Friday. Just lets you get away with anything.
Yeah. You're gonna have nightmares. No, I won't. Just fucking have nightmares for a month, man. I'm traumatized. Still have zombie
Never
nightmares.
give in to that though, because then I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You gotta pretend. Yeah, you just to be like, oh yeah, no big deal. I didn't have any nightmares last night. You're not a zombie, are you? Oh man. All right. Enough of that shit. All right.
Yeah, I shouldn't stop making people look at Chucky anymore.
No, dude, Chucky. Chucky
been on
kicks
the
ass.
screen.
Did they ever like have a real line of those toys? I don't think they did.
No,
did
they had
Did
Chucky
they?
dolls. Yeah, they brought them out.
Oh man, those little assholes.
Because it was the original they modeled it after was that My Buddy doll.
So
Oh,
that was a doll.
yeah.
So it was a doll
remember those
before the
commercials.
movies.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't remember, yeah.
it was called My Buddy.
Yeah.
My
okay.
buddy was more like fabric-y though, because he kind of has the rubbery face of like a Cabbage Patch Kid, but the My Buddy body for dead on.
Yeah. But that's what they based it on. Because if you
For sure.
watch the original movie, it's kind of like that.
Yeah, it's like the same outfit.
But yeah, then
exactly.
the movie became popular. I think it was after the second one they released a doll the same size as the My Buddy doll, but it was Chucky.
Man, what fucked up parent would buy that for their
Oh,
kid?
I
man?
would have bought it for my kid.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Bought it for myself.
That's cool. That's cool. Kids get that.
Imagine
stuff.
getting that shit on Christmas as a kid, man. I would have like fucking just left. I don't care where I'm going. I ain't never coming home.
Is that
Fuck
like
that.
hope for this new generation? Is they're just like tougher kids with these gory?
They are not tougher. And the scary movies are not even scary. They're ridiculously stupid.
It's true.
Disappointing.
Bring Chucky back.
I like the
They
thinky
are.
ones though, like Get Out. I love Get Out. Well, I like the when there's some psychology.
Actually, I saw
to
one
it.
the other day. Wasn't too bad. The Escape Room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to check that one
It's
out.
not bad. It's like the Escape Room meets Saw. It's pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, I like
yeah.
the first Saw. The first Saw was really good.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones were good too.
I'd give a very good.
But the
to
first one
Saw.
was like,
The first was the best. Second
Yeah.
was the weakest. And then the rest of them were all great because they all intertwined. So you're watching 3, 4 is actually happening. So when you get to 4, they flash back to 3, and you're like, that was fucking cool.
oh yeah. I haven't
Yeah.
seen those in so long.
Was it the
I'll have to go
first
on a
one that
bender.
had the dude from Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Gordon.
When,
That one where he
when
has-
do we see
oh,
him
man.
again? I want Carrie, right? Carrie something. Carrie. His name.
Carrie Elways.
Elways. Man, I want to see him in something again. You guys, come on, vote, make that happen. Give him a call. Call up our buddy Carrie.
The Princess Briding. That was the same dude, right?
Yeah.
Princess Bride dude.
That's
yeah.
due for a sequel.
Maybe even a redo.
Yeah.
I feel like redos prequel. That's the solution. Who's pissed about a prequel?
Everyone.
Haters. So, we can make it happen, you guys. Go fund us. We do have a Patreon. Yeah,
Is
there's a
there?
link. There's a real
Oh,
Patreon.
yeah. I remember you saying that.
Yeah, and you can get. There's a couple things that I'm still saying that you can get on it that you should Patreon before I stop. Like, just take those off because now it's hip to just put Patreon, just donate stuff to me, and not try to put like weird landmarks on it and stuff.
Yeah, you got to give like Patreon, like you got to give that secret sauce.
Yeah, you gotta like, oh, we'll do 16 exotic dances for you, spread out over 4 months, at this pay grade. That's how you.
That's why
Patreon.
you haven't made any money yet.
Yeah.
I'll pick things people want. This shirt is available as merch on the Greasy Conversation site. I mean, shirts with our name on it. This one isn't anymore. This one you blew it. This
Oh,
one's not
missed the
available
boat.
anymore. Yeah, you missed the boat on this one. And for every week that you don't buy a shirt, I'm removing one that you can buy until there's just no more merch and everyone dies. Starting with your family. But in the meantime, there's sick, amazing merch. There's new merch coming to replace the ones that I'm slowly deleting. And you can buy it and live right after you spend some money on some Radio Vegas sponsors. But seriously, don't forget to mention RadioVegas.rocks to these people intimately while maintaining unblinking eye contact while you mention it. Make sure you've gotten their attention and get the attention of other people watching you. have
Just
this
stare at
conversation.
him the whole time. You're
Yeah.
at Brother's Pizza, just stare at him.
RadioVegas.rocks.
You don't,
Keep
don't
blipping
even say,
it.
just stare at him
Yeah.
until he gets so uncomfortable. He's like, "What's your deal?" "Oh, Radio Vegas sent me." You're like, "Motherfucker."
And then you guys are gonna have such a long hug together.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good. It makes your food taste better. A good hug, especially here. We mention this place every time, and now we have an advertisement to say from them that's not just us talking over and over again about Jesse Ray's barbecue. Get ready.
It's always good watching Kim shove meat in that hole.
Jesse Ray's doesn't shove it down your throat, though.
I shove it down my throat.
Because once that meat touches your lips, you'll be begging for more.
So visit them, Jesse Ray's, 5611 South Valley View on the corner of Valley View and Russell.
Some amazing, reasonably priced barbecue that's delicious. Won Best Barbecue Sauce last year.
And again.
And again this year. Make sure to check them out. It's ridiculously convenient and even more ridiculously delicious. If you're in Vegas, you go to Jesse Ray's Barbecue. Their corn is absolutely amazing. I'm a fan of corn anyways.
So visit them, Jesse Ray's, 5611 South Valley View. Mention Radio Vegas.rocks. Get 10% off, everybody. And they also do catering. That sounds amazing. The corn is that good.
Yeah, the corn though. And then our buddies we talked too much about before putting them on our head. What are you showing there?
Well, I was going to show you this new thing that they have
At Jesse Ray's?
at Jesse Ray's, where they build it. You can watch that for a second. They stuff it with their ribs and their brisket and their mac and cheese.
waffle fries.
And the waffle fries.
though.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet wafflies. Oh, little waffles. Oh, man, potato makes a better waffle than anything from some pancake house.
But, they put all that stuff in there. Pretty amazing.
That camera, the Mallow camera right now has got full-on Rocky vision. Anyway, before we get too far away from this, these folks, we're wearing them. Here's another use for their amazing isolation. We're talking about Kicker headphones.
Kicker Audio. Living loud.
I gotta tell you, these are amazing headphones, so please go out and purchase Kicker. These things are sweet. My studio headphones are like $400, and they don't bleed. If you're a musician out there and you record your music, you don't want any kind of bleed at all, because, you know, the music bleeds through, it comes through on the microphone, and if you're a singer, that kind of sucks.
Kicker Audio. Living loud.
Kick it. Kick everything. Put them on and kick people. And they'll
Not only
thank
do
you.
they do headphones and that amazing bullfrog, but they do car stereos too. and
Car stereos,
speakers.
I knew them first.
And
one,
they'll
yeah.
do your stuff for your boats and all kinds of stuff. So.
I forgot about boats. They're like cars of the sea.
Yes.
But that bullfrog speaker, by the way, works great as a USB battery too to charge your phone.
Yep.
If you're not charging your phone, you can dip it in the water by mistake all day, splash your friends with it, and it just is loud as poop. But once you've gotten poop on it, you can wipe it off with this amazing product.
Dude wipes.
Stink nuts.
Oh, so gross. You
Yeah.
just feel how gross.
Yeah.
You're like, you want somebody to go down on that?
You're like, what is that? Is that swamp ass? You're like, yeah, actually.
You feel like you could just scoop the goop. It's
That's
so
gross.
But that's what it feels like. Like, these girls don't understand what it's like. That balls. So we have dude wipes to clean that up.
And it totally helps, I'm not gonna lie.
You take a quick dude shower down there.
For every awesome, stanky, and highly questionable situation, quick dude shower. DudeProducts.com.
Yes, dude. Oh, the powder. We were just talking about how there's new powder. So, I mean, you might have heard about lawsuits and controversy over other body powders and talcum incidences.
No talcum.
No talcum on this.
Yeah.
No, it's just powder. Like if you had died and passed through the pearly gates and you just got a little bit of moisture on your body from that transition, this is what you would be handed. This is like what
You really
angels
need
would
it
put on
here
you.
during the summertime.
Yeah. Here, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they get nasty down there.
Everything does. The elbow pits, especially.
Yeah.
I don't know about you folks, but your elbows have an armpit too. They're also part of the arm, and that stuff needs a little powder sometimes. It gets a little gooey there. It's like the armpit that nature forgot.
Basically, just cover yourself in the powder.
Yeah. I like to spritz it into the air and walk through it.
I don't know if that's really all that effective.
I have a special room in my house just so I can get powder everywhere. I just roll around. When I get a nice layer down, it's like make snow angels in it. Wait, there's one more. This guy, his golden tiki is the teakliest. I love all the Easter eggs too. Check this one out.
From top to bottom,
The Golden Tiki is the most interesting bar in Las Vegas. It has so many hidden treasures inside that you need to go again and again just to take in the great decor you may have missed the first time. The Talking Tiki who puts on a show over the bar, or the black velvet paintings that tell the story of the pirate William Tobias Faulkner and his influence on the bar. You gotta love the tiki-inspired ashtrays, including those that blow smoke when you leave a cigarette inside. Hey, don't steal them, that's not cool. Grab some friends and order the treasure chest used for the $499 VIP service, or the $35 scorpion bowls, or $45 zombie punches. The skeleton that puts on his own show, or the waterfall, the lucky tiki you need to rub, the twinkle lights. I could go on, but just come down to the Golden Tiki, 3939 Spring Mountain Road, and experience the hidden hideaway for yourself. Did I mention at the Golden Tiki you should look for the Easter eggs hidden throughout the bar? Return and you'll most likely discover new things you didn't notice before, like Wilson hanging out behind the bar, or Bigfoot's footprint. The Golden Tiki, 3939 Spring Mountain Road.
I love that place. I love talking through the music that trails out. That makes me feel all pro-y. And man, do I love some stolen ashtrays. So I have to keep in mind when I go to Golden Tiki, they have some of the coolest ashtrays that I can't steal. That place, I don't steal them. In fact, this brings me to the next product I'd like to tell you all about. If you like to fast forward through ads, you better stop yourself now because you're going to want this. I know it sounds a little niche, but I've gathered together the best of GPS technology, the best of Bluetooth, and miniaturization only known by the tiniest of Chinese people with the tiniest little hands. And they make a Bluetooth GPS tracking device. And I know you're saying there's tons of those. I've got 2 on each pet. I cover my kids in them. I track everything. I can't lose my sunglasses, my phone, my keys. It all GPSs all day. My car, it's all low jacked, but not your ashtrays. Ladies and gentlemen with ashtrays wandering off, we don't want to break up the uninterrupted or vintage retro look of your ashtray. No, we want your ashtray to shine and do what it does, collecting your ash, being your friend in the darkness. Now, no one will steal this friend in the darkness again from you successfully. They'll steal it, mind you, but you'll be able to chase them down the street and have a nice word with them. In fact, you'll probably be able to kick their twitching body because I didn't mention that this GPS device is also a stun gun. So they'll be dramatically stunned within an inch of their life. In which place you can merely
It's a nice
pick up,
touch, yeah.
Yeah, you can just grab your ashtray from them, give them a little kick, and be on your way.
Just spit on them.
Yep.
You know.
Spit on them.
That's what they deserve.
It's a thief, man.
Yeah. Stealing another man's ashtray.
Toss a loogie
How
at him as you
fucking
go.
dare you?
How dare?
Right.
I didn't disagree with that. I just caught me off guard. That's all.
No, that's my go-to move, man. Just spit on people.
That's your superpower.
Someone breaks into your house. You're like,
Just
that's
spit-
so rude.
Just spit on people in disgust.
That's a superpower.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
So the power is that you just like have the courage to do that where others dare not. Someone's
And-
like, oh man, I wish I could spit on that person. You're like, step aside.
And that like the disgust of the act is so palpable that they immediately feel regret.
And they apologize.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, your spit has this magical chemical that like makes people. It's like MDMA. Where they're just like,
They
oh, I see your point of
makes
view
them
suddenly."
reevaluate their life.
Yeah, totally. They're suddenly not addicted to things anymore.
Right. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I'm just going through a really hard
Thank
time.
you for letting me see the errors of my way.
Right.
You spit on them. They give you your car keys back. They give the stolen bank money back.
And a
they
hug.
quit smoking.
Right.
And a hug. And they hug you.
Thank you for fixing
man.
me with your spit.
Oh man, we frequently have like a mutant power. What would your mutant power be? What would your superpower be? What would your X-Men situation be? This is a new juicy one. We've been playing that game.
Yeah.
Do you have any on your mind that it's like a go-to besides the spit power that we came up with today?
No, I still like Mario's though. Mario's was the best. The ability to just make people poop. Like he's running away with your TV and you just make him poop.
And then it's like
Nobody likes mud butt, right?
No.
So it's like, oh my God, what's happening? Mine would be like just violent diarrhea.
Yeah, you should be able to control it as part of the
just
power.
shoot out like a fire hose. Like, oh man.
As Dr. Xavier trains you to harness your power, you can control the consistency of the poop you cause it into.
Yeah, how fast it comes out.
What I love about this,
Maybe a little burning.
you can add spice.
Hoop burn.
Yeah.
Little hoop burn.
Oh, you guys, there's an element to this that I think is really underrated. In that, sure, there's things that have more stopping power. One could power through and continue their crime with poop in their butt, but there's situations where it's not just some criminal right off overtly doing it. It could be like some corporate criminal like giving a press conference, or like some secret evil genius trying to do like. It's like some mad lawyer scientist that's like a mad scientist that's also able to get legal legislation about his mad scientist.
What about a superpower where you could just magically harness M&Ms and they just fall out of the sky? People
just
stop for
bring it.
M&Ms. So if he's committing a crime, he's going to stop because it's every kind of M&M you can think of, not just like milk
That'd be
chocolate.
awesome. Child's birthday parties I would destroy with the M&M rain. Man.
Yeah, but I thought well, if you're using it that way, but I mean, just a criminal's running away, just drop a shit ton of M&Ms on them, they'll stop.
Yeah, that would work. They'll just kick their
Maybe
feet
even
around and fall
Skittles,
down.
taste of flavor.
I feel like I'd slip and fall down with some
But if
Skittles.
they're doing something horrible, the flavors would be really bad.
Well, now wait. Okay, you can change the
like
flavors.
sulfur. Like, yeah.
I feel like by my children's party idea, I'm also stopping crime though, because like the kids won't grow up to criminals because they won't grow up and become criminals because what a great party they had with the raining Skittles.
But
and
they
stuff.
also hate M&Ms and never eat them again.
What a trade-off.
And they also hate Eminem. And don't buy any of his albums, and then he's broke, and he becomes your arch nemesis.
Until we purchase licensing from him.
Oh.
Yeah.
We
We're going to
use
solve
all-
everything by buying licensing.
Full circle.
Yeah.
We just use like every one of his songs in one movie. That's it. All of his albums are the soundtrack.
It's just like a big long music video.
Not about hip hop though, or rapping. Eminem's not in it for sure.
It's just licensed. It has nothing to do with him.
I love it. All
Oh
right.
man, that surprise poop power though thing. I love the idea of affecting someone in a way that they know very well,
They
but they
slip in
try
it.
to hide.
They slip in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that takes them out too. Nature's anal banana
Yeah.
peel. The peel part.
Oh man.
Yeah, I love that, like, or even just heartburn, just to be able to like look at someone, be unhappy with them, and have them have a physical unpleasantness that's just between them and me. We know, we exchange glances. They know I just gave them acid indigestion. Meanwhile, they can't just like blame it on me. What, they're gonna put me to jail for my acid indigestion? Not gonna happen. Not in this
They'll
country.
try.
No.
Not yet. They will though.
Yeah, that indigestion and you know
They'll just make it illegal, man. If you don't like it, just make it illegal, and then they'll lock you up, man.
that stank eye laws.
Yeah. Damn stank eye laws.
So it seems like you've got another one preparing.
I do.
I've got suspense and footsteps
Oh
about it.
yeah, that's so. I don't know how you guys feel about this. I'm kind of on the fence about it, but YouTube is basically changing their algorithm to show less conspiracy theory videos.
I'm out.
Hey, I'm saying like if the algorithm is giving people what they want,
Yeah, I do, but
and if they want more conspiracy videos,
on
that
one
should
hand, like I feel like if there's something out there that's like definitely not true, right?
Mhm.
Like it shouldn't be represented as being true or like being as equally valid as actual information.
I agree with that. There should be a little bit more vetting when things get out of control. I feel like there's a feedback loop happening to where conspiracy videos like this are getting more clout than it's not the actual organic want.
Yeah.
It's just that there's something irresistible about them that's making them way extra. So it's almost it's almost like the bad kind of virus in this case, where they probably do need to adjust their algorithm to compensate for human nature in a way that's just weighing the results
Yeah.
illogically.
Yeah, and
Because
because
we don't always do things logically.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like I mean, I know we all like to think we're like really just mentally, we have a mental fortitude that we can always discern what the truth is, but that's not fucking reality.
No.
If you look outside.
No, we compare notes with people, and if we see something with a lot of clout that has a lot of good stats, it takes that place of comparing notes with people and gives it a bunch of credit.
Yeah, so if
credit
like
it doesn't deserve.
You know, if there's like, I mean, I don't know how long I have to spread the truth of you know, Hitler didn't die and he lives in the center of the earth.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Magma Hitler.
Yeah, magma Hitler. Well, no, I mean, well, first of all, the center of the earth isn't filled with magma. All right, the center of the earth is hollow. Thank you very much, and that's where the fucking dinosaurs live now. Okay. All right. So.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about the solid iron core.
No, the Earth is fucking hollow. How do you
Hey,
think it
maybe
spins
it's
so?
a hollow iron core.
That's how it spins so fast. If it was filled with heavy iron, it couldn't spin so fast.
Yeah.
All right, science.
It couldn't maintain momentum. or
Yeah,
anything.
science. All right. No, so I mean, yeah, I kind of feel like you should be able to look up whatever you want, but at the same time,
But the recommendations are clearly flawed.
yeah. But people should know, like there should be a notification at the beginning of all the flat Earth videos, like the Earth isn't actually flat. You know, just like it's a fucking scientific fact. Like we know that. Like for entertainment purposes only, or something. Fucking something. I don't know, man.
It might be one of those things where we just kind of slide the line a little bit about where we already are as far as like dangerous acts. Like your retribution and what you can get away with on YouTube is dramatically different if you have a disclaimer or not about doing some kind of risky thing that's like a stunt in a controlled environment.
Yeah,
and it's part of entertainment, and it's always been, so we can't just remove that as a thing you can do. But the disclaimer fixes it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that fixes it.
But then it's like, how do we have irony? And it's one of those things where I agree with weighing the algorithm more accurately so that things that just fuck with people's heads aren't getting extra points that they don't deserve.
Yeah.
It's just like clickbait is another thing that has to be adjusted with the algorithm, and people are punished for clickbait, for misleading descriptions. So if people are punished for misleading descriptions, they should, man, I hate saying that they should have to have retribution for something that could be satire. It's like, where do you draw the line between really amazing satire and something that's misrepresenting?
That's
truth?
like such part of the problem. I don't even know if it's like, that's the thing, like it shouldn't be up to like YouTube to fucking police that, right? Like we should just all know from going to fucking school that the earth isn't flat.
But you know what? There's probably less people that believe the earth is flat than there ever was. But the people that are believing it are able to be loud together better than ever.
But, well, that's the
and
thing.
we keep making fun of them. Making it seem
Yeah,
like
well,
it's a
that's the
bigger
thing, though,
than
is that, like, it's actually a recent phenomenon. There's this thing you always hear, like, you know, oh, it's been, like, you know, 2,000 years since people believed the earth was flat. Like, I don't actually know that it's historically accurate that, like, people ever believed the earth was flat before modern times.
Yeah, there's groups of people that understood that it was round way before that time.
Yeah. So, like,
for sure.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Which
that
is
knowledge
weird.
is lost to the earth.
Which is weird that it's like
Yeah.
a really modern phenomenon, but there's also this like rewriting of history going on.
Yeah.
To where like, oh no, people used to believe that, and then the round earthers came in with their propaganda.
And they're devil worshipping.
Right?
Yeah.
Big Earth, big spheroid, you know, big whatever.
Fat pot-bellied devil. With this
Yeah,
round,
they traveled back in time to disrupt the flat Earth truthers or something.
round-eyed
You know?
devil.
I don't know. But yeah, it's so crazy because there's a lot of like misinformation in general going out there, and it's like, who polices that? Should it be policed, or should it be up to the individual to discern like, hey, this smells like bullshit? Because we're not really good at that.
Yeah.
Like humans just in general aren't.
Well, my opinion is that YouTube's not news. So I
Yeah.
feel like they don't have any responsibility to offer any kind of disclaimer there. But Facebook News does, because Facebook is straight up saying, okay, this is news. We have this news feed from these news sources that's not evenly vetted. There's some corporate vetted sources, and there's other sources that just blend in there. And that's the kind of thing where I feel like with the kind of echo chambers that happen, it might be beneficial to maybe roll out that idea they were testing where if there's some common things, they're like, oh, this is a common misunderstanding. Here's a couple reputable
It's a
encyclopedic
misunderstanding
sources.
because they don't read the story. They just read the headline.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
That's
big
it.
problem too.
That's
is
it.
that-
They
that's the
just
thing.
read the headline. They don't need to read the story.
For sure.
Internet's supposed to make people smarter. It's made a lot of people stupider.
It really, well, it's not that let the stupid people get together and like fester together. It's let a lot of stupidity like ferment in a group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they all get together collectively and like, no, we said it, so it's true.
Yeah, we're
We
gonna
have
believe this.
conventions. Man, it's a crazy world out there, folks. All right. So enough of that. Enough of that bullshit. Fucking believe whatever conspiracy theories you want, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Love it. Have fun.
Just don't hurt anyone.
Yeah.
And wear a helmet.
Yeah, wear a helmet, please.
Just don't become a pilot.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
flat Earth pilots.
Yeah.
That should be like, that was a thing we were talking about episodes ago. Like, you couldn't get a helicopter's pilot license if you were a flat earther.
Yeah, you should be
Good.
able to. Yeah. No.
If you think the Earth works that way, how am I going to think you think this helicopter works?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't understand how planes and helicopters
How are
work.
you allowed outside of the rubber room?
I know.
Right.
Who unlocked you?
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. We got one from this baller little kid. All right, this kid is going to grow up to be anything he wants. All right. So 3-year-old boy gets lost in North Carolina, and he shows up a couple days later, and after a search and all this, and his parents asked him where he was, and he just says that he hung out with a bear for 2 days while he was
I
in the
read
woods.
this. Yeah, this is crazy story.
Yeah. And like no one knows what he meant. And like, did the kid really hang out with? That's what I want to know. Did the kid really hang out with the bear? Because if he did, that kid's set for fucking
Nah, I
life.
was just a big hairy gay guy.
Oh God.
Just tell
Terrible.
your parents this.
Oh, a bear. Okay, all right. Oh. I totally misjudged the story, man. The story is fucked.
The kid knows what's up. He knows his lingo. He's a
Yeah,
hip
it was
kid.
surprising. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
really good.
teach your kids the terminologies.
He was just like, just tell me you were with a bear.
Man, it's great. Man.
It's like, how kind of a shitty parent are you? You don't know where your kid was for 2 days.
Oh, they sneak
And
off.
he's young. It doesn't matter if he sneaks off. He's young. You should be able to keep an eye on him.
Yo, when I was I lived in Alaska when I was around like 8, 9, and my little brother, he was probably like 5 or 6, right? And I was home. It was me, my little brother, and my grandpa. And I was like always playing video games and focused on my video games. I was supposed to check on my brother. And my grandpa's like, go check on your brother. I don't hear him. I'm like, he's fine, whatever. I'm playing my fucking video game. Like, leave me alone, old man. And then so of course I'd like start to get worried after like 30 minutes, and I go check on my brother, and he's fucking gone. He slipped, and we had the child hooks and shit on the doors. This little motherfucker, Randall, I hope you're listening, because the story's about you. And this little motherfucker took one of those like Fisher-Price vacuums that you push with the balls that pop,
Yeah, oh
and
yeah.
he used the handle to jimmy the hook off the door and got outside in the middle of winter. The kid escaped. And so I'm like running outside. Luckily we live near a military base, and they picked him up. It was a whole hassle because I didn't go fucking check on my brother. So I'm the asshole of the story. But they escaped,
see,
man.
my point was the parents are responsible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My
Yeah,
point
it's on
is-
you, mom and dad.
You have a GPS tracker. It has a little taser on it, and this doesn't happen. You find him wriggling around, twitching just a little bit from. As soon as he gets past the wire that you bury in the ground,
Yeah.
he's gone.
And it
He's
shocks him. Then you can
Yeah.
go and like slap the shit out of him for a minute and be
Yeah, you
like,
gotta
"What are you
wake him
doing?"
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
They can only shock so long before they pass out. You
Yeah.
gotta wake him up.
You gotta go just like give him a couple smacks and be like, "Yeah, that's why you don't run away these days."
That's right.
Yeah, there ain't no bears out there to save you. No, you're just getting lost.
The bear's the least of your worries.
All right, man. You got to get past the shock gate first.
Hey, you guys, electrocute your kids.
Yeah, yeah. You can. Oh yeah, you can go outside and play. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I might have moved that fence, might not have. You don't know.
Is
How
it
about it?
off? I don't know. Maybe it's off.
Yeah. Oh man, I'd be such a shitty parent. Jesus Christ.
That's why I chose not to be one.
Yeah,
Exactly.
this is
Yeah.
definitely the not gonna be parents club right
Oh
here.
yeah, yeah.
That when my mom used to go, you just wait till you have kids. That's the automatic curse.
Oh man.
Right.
Everything's gonna go wrong. So
For sure.
I'll just avoid that.
I just don't want to deal with anything with my genes for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't-
Anything remotely like me, I do not want to ever meet in real life.
You don't want
I need
anybody
to
to have your
go through
penis
that.
genes?
Oh man.
It's probably better for them.
That's a superpower though, to like look at someone's like bone structure and be able to super accurately visualize their junk.
Oh yeah, that's a real
Apparently,
superpower.
Chaotic Kim says she can do that.
Oh great.
It's frightening.
Oh man.
It's so
Because now I hide my hands from her and stuff. I don't want her to get some weird reading.
How many times has she verified this? Does that mean? That's like a vast library
The
of
first time
research.
I really got into it was the other day when we talked about on the show about the girl that said, I think you have really good penis genes.
Yeah. That's how this started.
I don't know what that means.
What a date compliment. Your genetics, something about you just seems like, I don't know, some kind of, it seems like your racial makeup might be like masterful somehow. I'm just judging.
Just, your genes are very penisy
Their
right now.
mastery.
Got the very penisy genes.
Something girthy about your look.
I know you're talking about my penis.
I can look at people and tell, as soon as I shake their hand, I have to shake their hand, I can tell whether or not they're circumcised.
I don't want to know why you know that. And I wouldn't tell a lot of people.
Just like you shake someone's hand, you're like, oh, snip, snip, huh?
Hey,
Yeah.
buddy, this is my uncut hunk over here.
Somebody's not Jewish. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Or
uncut.
Americans that adopted that tradition for some reason.
Yeah, I feel like I really want to know what I'm missing, so I might have my foreskin added back on surgically.
Just like foreskin reconstruction.
Or like a prosthetic,
That
you
what it
know,
is.
like a little Russian hat sticking on there. Just to get.
Yeah, I would actually
prosthesis.
like to get. Yeah, I would actually like to get exactly a Russian hat.
Why is it that fuzzy?
Like, I don't, no. Just to be clear, Doc, I don't want like foreskin. I want one of those like Russian hats. You
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Yeah.
it looked like one of those beef eaters that protect the royal palace.
Designer foreskin. There we go.
Oh, dude, this is a new fashion! Oh, dang.
Designer foreskin to go with your penis jeans.
Yeah. Oh, man, you guys, wiener hats. Wait, I meant this one. Oh, those are the bad ones. This one, that one. That's the money
Yeah,
one.
we did it. We
Yeah.
made money.
Wow, I got really too zip fizzed out with that one.
You
That like
look
activated the
crazy
zip
there for a
fizz.
moment, yeah.
Holy cow, you guys. No, I've been on like a zip fizz bender.
Yeah.
Me too.
I've
for
been like
years.
irresponsible with the zip fizz this week though. No, I've had a week though. I've had a week where I'm just like,
This hardcore
This
zipping.
this is my sixth one today, and
Oh, man.
they recommend only 3.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
But the thing
guys are
is,
hardcore.
neither of us died. That's what's amazing about
Well,
zip fizz.
I don't drink them like I space them out.
Yeah,
yeah.
stretch
Yeah,
out a
just
little
slam
bit.
Yeah.
like 3
Yeah.
or 4 at a time, so you go like into the future.
Yeah.
Oh
No, it
man.
doesn't? Oh, okay.
It's the
a good
like,
time, though.
You're starting to bump into that level where you smell it in your sweat. You get up off your chair and it's like zip waft.
Zip waft.
Worth it. Hey, there are much worse wafts, you guys.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna pick a waft, zip waft.
All right.
You get a new one? Wait. This is the wind, the windy door of next topic.
All right. So I don't know how you guys feel about this one, but this woman got into some trouble because she was trying to find some information related to her kid's sperm donor, right? So she's trying to find some more information, not necessarily about him, but just about like his history and the or the genetics of her kid, which of course shares some genetics with this mystery person.
Yeah, major controversy on this one. Major
Yeah.
drama befell her for this investigation.
Yeah, and she got like a cease and desist letter, and the sperm bank also like took the sperm that she had already purchased from this donor, and
she is getting a refund.
Oh,
but
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that they tacked in at the end. But the thing is, this opens up a whole new barrier of enforceability for these sperm banks that make you sign a thing that you won't try to find the dude it came from. But with new tools to genetically track someone down, it's kind of like, how
Hard
you
not to.
stop me if you can.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm just going to get the old 23andMe and give my genetic information to big penis genes.
Yeah, big penis genes international.
Yeah.
So, but it opens up an interesting ethical question that led me to toss this in here as something I was pondering, and that's the child's point of view. How ethically can you stop the child from trying to find its gene donor, no matter what the parents signed that they wouldn't hunt him down?
You can't.
No, not only that, but I see why one might want to, because there's important questions you might want to know about susceptibility to illnesses,
Yeah.
propensities, addictive tendencies, all kinds of things like that you'd want to know what you've got in your toolbox from your genes. With.
Now that that's like a possibility, maybe they should just add that onto like part of the process of like the whole donor process.
Yeah, those things should be known from the donor without the donor needing to be asked about from them.
Yeah.
Or if that donor's still alive and contactable, I don't see anything wrong with the sperm bank making a communication in behest of the kids and asking that donor some questions anonymously.
Yeah, totally. Stuff like that.
If they're willing to, that seems like a perfectly compromisedly situationally thing.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like, that would always be a weird situation where you're like, oh, you like jacked off into a cup 20 years ago, and then all of a sudden there's someone on your door be like, hey, guess what? I'm your kid. No, you're not.
Yeah, there's an organization for helping these siblings find one another, and there's like 12 half siblings from this one dude that like are all buddies now and like meet together for family gatherings and stuff.
Oh man, that'd be weird. Right? Or what if like all the kids from like the same sperm donor, like he was just like, there was that one story we covered a couple months back where the dude who worked at the sperm bank like had
just swapped his in for
had just swapped his sperm in with like thousands and so they estimated he probably had like, I don't know, like 20,000 kids or something because of all the sperm he swapped. But like, what if like,
it's like Gene Simmons Jr.
You always hear those like weird stories of like the twins or triplets like separated at birth and they all end up like going to like neighboring town, like college towns, you know, and they meet the friend of a friend and they're like, oh, I have a friend who looks just like you, and then they all meet and they're like, oh, we're triplets or whatever, you know. But like, same, I don't know how real those are. I'm sure it's happened at least once. But yeah, what if like there's just you know, a football team that turns out to be all you know, spawned by one sperm donor, and they all go out to they all love Buffalo Wild Wings, and they go out there after every game.
They all sneeze when they see sunlight. They all have like the same like random like.
And they all decide to track him down.
Oh no,
man. Nightmare fuel.
But hey, they can all be buddies together.
Yeah, sure they can.
I just can't imagine my genes not being like disqualified. I can't imagine like the sperm bank would take my sperm and test it and stuff and still be like, yeah, we'll keep this. I can sell this shit. Nah.
Yeah, I have a feeling like I wouldn't even make it past like the interview process or whatever. Right. Just like they'd be like, no thanks. It's like we already see like 10 disqualifications just talking to you over the phone.
They're all super polite about it. They're like, we can see how you function perfectly well with what life has given you. In fact, we're quite proud of you for having done so and making it this long. But we just don't feel like a lot of our clients would want to make the choice to choose your material when there's some other just similarly healthy candidates with just a few more things less wrong with them.
So, like, oh, your clients won't choose me. No, fuck that. I don't choose your clients. All right.
I reject you.
All right.
Okay, speaking of choosing a client, I've got one. Forgive me, one little moment, it's that time, but I choose these people in their delicious gladness. And get ready for the new app that'll let you get a cool new discount with them mentioning radiovegas.rocks and like scratching off little pizzas on this app and getting them, and it's delicious.
I'm a person that likes a good deli and also can appreciate a good pizza and a good cold one. Well, one place that's got some great cold ones on tap and some fantastic pizza and other stuff, because you can just smell it when you walk in the door. You're like, I'm home, is Naked City Pizza Shop. And there are two convenient locations for you. One on Arville Street. It's at 3240 South Arville, inside Moondoggy's Bar. And the other one's Paradise, 4608 Paradise Boulevard. You got two to choose from. You walk in, the smells from the fresh dough, and they make their own sausage, you know. So get that pizza with like some, I think it's got dried tomatoes on it, sausage, pepper. I think it's got a few meats, and they've got incredible sandwiches too, and salads. And also, they're famous for their buffalo wings. They were even so famous for those, and I'm not talking about that because I'm telling you about the other stuff that was just so awesome. But I did have the wings, and they are freaking killer. And they were featured on diners, drive-ins, and dives. So go check it out. Naked City Pizza, 2 locations, 3240 South Arville Street, and the other one on 4608 Paradise Road.
And now also in one of my favorite places, the El Cortez on Fremont. Man, that's a place to hang out because you can go see the Fremont Street experience. Popping over to Container Park is just like a whole alternate strip that I think is way cooler. In that whole area, and you can be eating your pepperoni cups along with that. Ah, so good. Here's another set of buddies who I love their name because it's a swear word for you round eyes that don't recognize the hip lingo for the gringos, and that's Pinche's Tacos. Good time. Taste them out, you guys. Give them that taste.
That's the sound most people make when they leave Pinche's Tacos. Why is that? Because Pinche's Tacos prides themselves in making every location unique, but give every location the same feel. I'm not talking cookie cutters like those big chain restaurants. They blend into your neighborhood and create a place you want to call your second home. Their doors are always open. Well, at least until 11 o'clock. Their mission is simple. They provide you the best taco experience by using high-quality meats and seafood, fresh garden vegetables, handmade tortillas, and high-quality artisan breads. They could have made it complicated, but they chose not to. Why? Because they found through experience that keeping things simple is a good recipe for success and happiness. It's also a good recipe for a pretty tasty Pinche's taco.
According to Spanish language Stack Exchange, we always use it as an insult enhancer and can turn almost any curse word into a really rude one. Pinche pendejo, pendeja equals asshole.
Now they have 6 locations, 2 right here in Las Vegas. Come in, find out why we love them so much. Check them out on Facebook or visit the website, pinchestacos.com, for a location nearest you.
So good. That ad is so funny. Siri made it. Shout out to Siri for a guest spot on that ad.
We were just playing around, and then when we heard it, we're like, oh, we have to add that. And then it just made the commercial so much better. It's still, every time I hear it, it still makes me laugh.
So good. Hey, that's the
you
thing.
just don't expect it.
You gotta celebrate the best commercials, because like no one has commercials like RadioVegas.rocks. This is a commercial for RadioVegas.rocks right now in our awesome commercial flavors. Tell your friends. Hey, we feel like some good commercials, man.
So we did that one because Avi over at Pinches was like, you know, I've heard your radio show, and I think you could push the envelope just a little bit more.
How good.
All right, well, what do you think about this?
That's a sponsor. That's how you know these places are delicious, because they're cool. And cool people make yummy things.
Well, we tell them we can do a traditional commercial, or we can give you something that you're not going to hear on terrestrial radio. That's going to stand out. Who would hear that Pinches commercial on like Comp 92?
No.
Nobody.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden the definition comes on. No.
So good.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh man. So we're at that tail end, you guys. It's a race to the finish. What are your hungriest ones, Mallow?
All right. So we got this one.
Wait, the vault's still opening. Dang, this vault though. Behold. Ooh.
All right.
A little pop at the ends when it's really, it's closed. The vault's fully.
All right. So this woman,
vaults.
This woman had a string of great luck. All right. She stole some dude's wallet, found it, stole it. I don't know. Used his credit cards to buy a lottery ticket, good old scratch tickets. She probably bought a bundle of them with his credit card. Just give me the whole roll, I got someone else's credit card. I don't give a fuck. She won $50,000 on a scratcher. It's big bucks. But, of course, the cops caught her because she used a fucking stolen credit card to buy it. And they can track where the lottery ticket was purchased.
Yeah.
And then fucking busted her.
Let me use something that's easily tracked by the government to buy something else that the government's known from tracking.
Yeah.
Like from the government.
It's going to work out extremely well.
It's like piles of government involved in this.
Yeah, so I just imagine this woman is like, oh man, this turned out to be the best payday ever. I'm a criminal mastermind. And is like, I'm going to go. She's walking out, you know, of her house in her fucking gingham moo-moo with her fucking Crocs and her, you know, those fucking plastic caps those ladies wear.
Gingham
Just how I picture this lady, right? And you know, she's like got her flip-flops on, cigarette hanging out of her mouth, and she goes to collect her $50,000 scratcher, but she ain't making it. Cops bust her. Although not the cops. Hold on, I gotta read this. Hold on. The Royal Newfoundland Constabulary.
Yeah.
Which is different than the cops. I don't know.
That's a Canadian thing, right?
Sounds
From
like
Canada.
Yeah.
Swedish Canada.
Yeah, Swedish Canada, not to be confused with
Finnish. The Finnish one.
Norwegish.
Norwegish Canada.
Yeah.
Norwegish sounds like. Well, I feel Norwegish.
Yeah, we all should feel Norwegish. You know what I mean? Does someone know what I mean? Anybody? All right, so I got another. All right, so this is. So it starts out talking about these two twins who have some rare neuromuscular disease, and
don't say that like that's some like super bummer. I mean, uncool thing. It's a bummer for sure.
Yeah, it is.
But like you can have a neuromuscular disease.
I'm not trying. I'm just.
It
just
can be
being
a cool
an asshole.
one.
Yeah,
you
I'm
could
just
be like a
being an asshole.
magician.
But no, so it's a really rare disease that's usually fatal. Treatment usually costs about $750,000. You know, I'm sure we all should just go to our checkbooks. People still use those, and you know, just get the care. But the whole point of this story is that more and more people are turning to GoFundMe.
Yeah.
To pay their medical bills because in America specifically, not like everywhere.
It's not like that's a worldwide thing.
No, just in
us
America.
is needing to do that.
Right.
Because there's no fallback otherwise.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this treatment's not covered by insurance, but like your quality of life would be dramatically affected. It's like you can be on disability or you could live a healthy life with this treatment. Oh, but you don't get the disability because you could take this treatment. Oh, but we don't pay for that treatment.
Yeah, there's so many like
oh,
yeah,
you do that?
it's like a bureaucratic nightmare with the health insurance. But it turns out that like about 250,000 campaigns are set up on GoFundMe per year to raise money to pay health insurance and medical bills. $650 million per year of contributions. And it turns out to be like, what did they say, like a third of the money raised on GoFundMe is for like medical bills.
Yeah, GoFundMe, it's not just startups and it's now it's 1/3 American healthcare.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the CEO said,
what a system. It shows we're doing something right, America? Yeah, good job.
And the CEO said, when we started, it wasn't purposely set up and built to be a substitute for medical insurance.
Nah, but boy, what if it was, man? They'd be raking it in.
Oh,
Turns
dude.
out that would have been a niche.
Right?
Man.
Like,
Wasn't thinking.
Crazy.
So you guys, I got this new website that you can hop on. It's half the fees of GoFundMe. It's called Surgery Me. And you know, you want to get that surgery done, you can put it up on Surgery Me, holler at your family, it's gonna hit up Ellen, put it in Oprah's inbox, go Surgery Me.
Oh man, that's a great idea. You know who could help develop an app like that? Fyre.
I was gonna say those Fyre Festival kids with
because their app was on point.
Their go-to attitude.
Yeah, they could do it.
So on point. Wow, their social media was fire, you guys. It was legit. I mean, things burned down. It was the actual fire.
Yeah, it was. It's man.
It's like Woodstock '94.
It's
but
like
it made Woodstock '94 look successful.
or the original Woodstock. Yeah. Woodstock, whenever year that was, I can't remember.
That 90s one was on an aircraft base that wasn't like, it was what do you call it when there's too much hazardous waste in the soil that's carcinogenic? So it's like you're not supposed to do stuff on it. And then people were reenacting the original Woodstock, like playing in the mud and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Except the mud was completely laced with carcinogenic jet fuel and cleaners and stuff.
Was that the one that like Limp Bizkit started a riot at?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people were pulling
My
plywood
boys.
off of the speaker risers and starting fires.
Yeah, $3 bill, y'all.
They literally asked everyone in song to break stuff, and they responded in kind.
Fred Durst, while
Freddie, man.
while a great musician and also a great hanger-outer at the Playboy Mansion. All right, he really didn't have the foresight necessary to write a song called "Break Something,
Yeah.
Break Your Face."
Break things.
Yeah, whatever.
You know that winning track, break
Yeah,
things.
he just didn't have the foresight to really, he didn't see how it would affect people, and that was Limp Bizkit's downfall. I'm pretty sure that was the only thing.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's sure that's the only thing that was iffy at all in that history. Oh man, did you know Fred Durst was also behind Weezer disappearing after Maladroit? Part of it. So
Yeah.
Weezer's second album, Maladroit, critically panned, but 2 years later would emerge as an indie darling and be a positive result of the internet bringing things that they like and making cult things possible. And then they hit a wall trying to make the Green Album. They had to break away from Fred Durst, his executive production and labelhood, and record all themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, Green Album was like a grassroots comeback from them on their own dime.
Wow, because Fred Durst was trying to like micromanage their shit.
Yeah. They
Be
just
like, no,
couldn't do it. Yeah.
He's
Or
like-
sit on them and not let them release stuff.
He's like, hey, have you guys ever thought about rapping? He's like, I could do a few tracks for you guys. All right, I could be a guest performer, just throwing it out there, Man, fucking Fred Durst. Yo, dude could hang out at the Playboy Mansion though.
Yeah, that seems like anyone could do that.
Not like Fred Durst could.
Oh.
Like forever. He could just hang out there forever. No one else could do that.
He looks
No-
like he was born and raised there.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Oh man. All right, what else we got? Fuck Fred Durst.
Yeah, we got the tail end here.
Yeah, you're-
We're on the home run situation.
You're done. All right, so these couple of British teens, 3. I guess that's a trio, more than a couple, maybe.
A couple of
a
3
few.
British. Is it 6 of them?
Yeah, something. There's got to be some British word for the exact number. But they came up with this idea for condoms that react if you're with someone who has a STD.
Oh yeah, almost missed this one, man. Yeah.
Basically. So, and it would have different.
This one like thingy
It's
of the year.
invented
It's-
by
yes.
kids at a science project.
Dang.
Yeah.
Now wait.
Yeah.
How invented did they do it? Did they like this should be a thing? Help us find the
I
chemicals.
wasn't there for that part of it. I was just reading the
Yeah,
article.
it's kind of like that where they like came up with the idea and a way to do the idea. But like they don't have the backing to actually create these condoms. But
It's like where are these
They
kids
tried
getting these?
GoFundMe, but they weren't interested. They just want to help
they're
people
like-
out with their health insurance.
yeah, they're like, oh, you guys aren't dying. Sorry, we don't do that.
I'm like, where are these
Go to
kids getting?
Kickstarter.
Where are these kids getting all this access to STDs?
Right?
How
No,
do
but
they
they.
test
Health
it?
class.
Dang, that
Yeah.
health class sounds fun.
Oh wait, did I mention they were British teens?
Oh,
No, sorry.
those randy British teens.
Yeah.
They're
But no.
experimenting with STDs anyway, so I might as well make a useful product out of it.
Yeah. So, but then the question is, does it just react to the person, like the partner, or does it react to both people? Like, is there only this reagents on the outside of the condom, or is it on the inside of the condom too? Because your partner should
I think
know.
it's on the outside. If you put it in and it's bad, it turns red.
Yeah, so you
If
could
everything's good, it turns green.
I like the red green. So I like the. There's a color. What if it's yellow? It's like undecided.
Use
processing.
caution. We're not sure.
Yeah. Yellow means caution. These colors are perfect.
Yeah.
Oh man, so you can like just pull it out and kind of just rub it on your lady too. I mean, you can just kind of rub it on the man in the boat and see if a color change before you even. And then if it's a no-go, you put that condom back in the wrapper and put the Ziploc on there and save it for some. Well, it's already rubbed it on.
And
that
then
one
you just
lady.
gotta go.
Yeah.
Right away. Yeah.
I
But no,
mean-
it would be color coded for different STDs. So.
I think there has to be a little bodily fluid on it as well.
Yeah.
All right.
But it'll turn whatever the color is, purple for the old clap.
You like get to identify which one by the color.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're making it fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this wouldn't be fun otherwise.
And then
Nothing
you
about
collect them and
this.
be like, I need a black one.
Oh no!
You're making it you're trying to get.
Oh
rid of each
crap!
disease.
Another yellow.
Man, I'm having a hard time finding leprosy.
Yeah.
Man.
It'll be back around. Measles are coming back around. That'll come back around.
I know everything's hip to get
dude.
again now that we're not vaccinating our kids anymore.
Man,
Rickets.
yeah, like measles outbreaks.
That's ridiculous.
Like, the World Health Organization really identified anti-vaxxers as like a threat to general health around the world.
Yeah, those polio kids again, and then what?
Yeah. Like,
We're rewriting history. It's happening all over again.
Yeah, but if it's like hip hop polio, it's like cool polio. Get that urban polio, then it's all right.
It's just so crazy to me.
Hip hop polio.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a marketing issue.
Yeah.
We can get through this. We can have all these diseases come back.
He's
We
one of
just
them
make 'em
cool kids. He's got that hip hop polio.
Look
Got
at
my
him, that
20-inch
walk, though.
rims in my wheelchair.
Okay, have you guys ever been young at one point and seen
No,
someone?
we were never young at one point.
Yeah.
Boss. We've been this age our whole life.
Totally missed that part.
We'll roll with the premise that you at one point were young, but have you ever met someone that like had polio or was polio stricken as a kid?
No.
They would have been like an old person, but there's a walk. There's like this. If you can walk with polio, it's kind of a crip walk. So this is like
Oh
way
my
more
God.
street of a disease than people are realizing.
Maybe they went to the Ministry of Silly Walks for Monty Python.
Right? Yeah. I mean, you just got that. You permanent silly walk then. You'll be the coolest kid in school. If you really want to help your kids have genetic enhancement before old America is going to let you genetically enhance your kids legally, then you can use some of Mother Nature's genetic enhancements, such as the lovely thing that it's like cosmetic surgery when you're young. It's polio to make you hipper and cooler. And sometimes you even get wheels that you sit and you go everywhere on wheels. It's way cooler. You guys, polio all day.
Polio's awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I think should be like the major takeaway from like anti-vax or any of these types of movements, or like homeopathy and that type of shit and home cures. It's like, listen, all right, if you haven't looked at fucking viruses under a microscope before, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
End
it's
of
those
discussion.
look at viruses under the microscope people that I'm genuinely more inclined to.
Yeah. The people who like look at that shit for a living.
Yeah.
And like that's what they've spent like most of their life researching. But oh no, you found some other person's blog who found some other person's blog who really knows the big pharma and all this.
It's the same personality type that collects broken cars that they think they can fix, but instead they just build up in the house. They just have a car for like 3 or 4 weeks until the thing they bought it broken like finishes breaking. And
Yeah.
They just pile up.
Oh man. Yeah. But I mean, because we all like to think that we're all really smart about a lot of different things, and we can be, and some of us are, and we know a lot of shit, but like people go to school for years to like study the shit. It's not like simple shit that you can just like research on the internet and fucking figure out, because everyone would have been doing that by now.
Yeah, for example, I'd have a pile of extra money instead of a pile of friends' broken laptops. If you could just handle this shit, the experts, yeah.
Yeah. And that's like a really...
One is way more valuable than the other.
Yeah. Just, yeah.
Hey, if you're one of those people, sorry, I haven't fixed your laptop. It's gotta be... something's weird. I don't know.
It's in the pipe, though.
Yeah. I mean...
It's...
I'm getting around to learning what the thing is wrong with that particular one day.
Oh, man. Let's see. What else do we got in the home stretch?
Stretchy home.
The Hubble Space Telescope just discovered a new cosmic neighbor galaxy.
Really?
By accident. Yeah. It's I don't know, which I kind of doesn't seem like that surprising. Like, I'm sure there's just like so many galaxies out there that we're gonna be like, oh, there's one we didn't see before.
Yeah, there's a lot of little things up there. Everything up there looks like it's, not taking up a lot of space from how far away it is.
Right.
My point is, those stars. It looks like there's a few of them up there. It's like no small amount.
Yeah.
It's a good couple handfuls of them fellas up there.
At least. Yeah.
Some of them were still. The finding planets around them is a brand new thing.
Yeah.
So figuring out planets we can throw some robots towards, it's just like we're just in the beginning of that. So now's a good time to make little robots that you can throw at faraway planets. If you're into that, if you're making robots anyway, that's a thing to make a robot for, is what I'm thinking.
All right. You know how like back in the day they had they sent some probe out with some information about us, and they had Carl Sagan put together the music for it on like a gold record.
Yes.
It's
one of the Voyagers.
Yeah, I can't remember which one. Doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter. Look it up, but it doesn't matter for me right now.
To this specific point.
Yeah. What would you guys? What are some of the tracks you would put on that would like represent humanity right now? Because it'd be different than 30 years ago. Or what?
Yeah.
40, 50 years ago now. I don't know when they did that. It had to be like 70s, right? Late 60s.
Yeah.
It was the late 70s. Actually.
Late 70s. Okay.
And so to represent humanity, at least America, to give people some good America, I would put that. I know this is dated. Maybe it's not the most modern, but we're talking about timeless here.
Yeah.
I would have Run DMC's collaboration with Aerosmith of Walk This Way.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That just seems like one of the most American things I've ever seen. Like true America, like all the weird sides of America, as many as possible at once.
Yeah, all right. I can dig that.
Like, I mean, what other country would that come from? I mean, they bust through a wall. You guys have to see this video if you haven't. That's not just a classic hip-hop band, a classic rock band collaborating on a classic rock sound that heavily shared influences with hip-hop anyway. And a perfectly, like, applicable vocal styling to make this make so much sense.
Yeah.
But they break through a brick wall and just bust through.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the Kool-Aid Man, too, is going on. It's just beautiful.
Well, they didn't really know how to bring the two together in the video. So that's
of course. This is how people always meet naturally.
Yeah.
It's totally organic.
That's a really good pick.
Don't invite me over to your house. I'll knock a wall down.
Right. Bust through all the walls. Busting through the walls. Yeah, I don't know what I would pick, but it doesn't matter.
Wait, we've got something juicy on the very end. I didn't know about this Elon Musk patent thing.
Yeah, I tried to bring it up, but I can't because I sniped that toward the end, and I can't actually bring up the.
Oh, it's because this news thing is like covered in ads.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah. So, the colorful billionaire founder of Tesla promised the company will not initiate patent lawsuits against anyone who, in good faith, wants to use our technology. Boy, that sounds risky, though. I hear that and I say, okay, the moment I, in good faith, use their technology, it's going to be like, oh, we didn't say you could use it for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
you had to ask us first.
Right? It's got to be something like that first. There's got to be some clearing. Okay, the asking us first kind of solves my issue because I thought I could just get crazy with Tesla patents right now. But yeah, I'd imagine there'd need to be a little communication because I mean,
I'm sure there's some guidelines to it.
Yeah, I also had some
He's not going to be that free willing. Hey, make something better than what I came up with.
Yeah, there's going to be some competition.
He's not gonna do that.
Yo, he is just Elon Musk is smoking joints all day with Grimes. All right, dropping acid. All right, that's all. That's
now
what he wants
apparently
to do.
eating mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh, now like he never did before, I bet.
Yeah, in space.
Yeah.
In fucking space, that lucky bastard. Out of here, peanut. And I had some LSD related news. They're just doing more studies on LSD and finding out like kind of what makes it have that effect on our brain.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much that it just like breaks down filters between sections of our brain and also the part of our brain that filters out stimuli. So we're just like overstimulated, and all the parts of our brain that don't normally talk to each other.
Yeah, that combination of being able to take in more input and process more, and also have parts that you don't consciously have access to in your brain connected to parts that you do.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what the LSD is. And
well, it's also required to enjoy most jam bands.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's like how that works.
Yeah.
And anything at EDC.
I'm gonna fight the corporations, man.
I mean, some people have different levels of certain brain chemicals you naturally have just already built in. And that's why at EDC, not everyone is on things, but everyone's on things.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, people say they're not, but they are.
Yeah, you're just making it yourself.
Some people don't really think they are.
Yeah.
And they are.
Some people wake up every morning since they were born really on things.
I'm like, no, you didn't just like decide to go to you just went to the fish show and you just went?
You just enjoyed it?
Like you just went to the Grateful Dead and didn't do drugs?
Yeah, like,
yeah,
what
right.
are you doing? Okay, so we've hit the wall. I know I don't want to leave you, but I have to. So everyone be good, okay? Just kind of keep an eye out for one another. Make sure that everyone's totally seen the Gracie Conversation Show. RadioVegas.rocks. Tell all our sponsors. Tell them 4 or 5 times while looking them in the eye, as long as you can. As long as you can take it. All right. Now we kill the streamies.